Hello and welcome to the Virginia Association for Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers Virtual College Fair. Thanks for joining us. I've got a couple of housekeeping announcements before we get started. First off, you can use the Q&A button on your screen at any point in time to type your questions to our presenters. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions that are happening. In the next hour, there will be additional sessions with different colleges. So be sure to sign up for those as well at stridescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and you will have access to those recordings within about a week at that same website, stridescan.com/Virginia. And we are in session B11 here. So you will be hearing from Old Dominion University, the University of Tennessee, McDaniel College, Moravian College, and then Ursinus College. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Shauna and Old Dominion. Take it away.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Tashana Stewart. I'm an admissions counselor here at Old Dominion University. Thank you so much for being a part of this presentation today, and we hope that you kind of get some good information about ODU. ODU was founded in 1930 as the Norfolk campus of the College in William and Mary. In 1969 is when we gained university status. So if you've been on campus recently, you may have seen a lot of academic buildings. We just built our new chemistry building. We have Owens Hall, which is named after our first African-American rector, that is available for our STEM students. We just upgraded our stadium, lots of things that you could do right here on campus and right in the city of Norfolk. So some quick facts about ODU. ODU has about 25,000 students in total. That population does include our undergraduate population and also our graduate students as well. Also distance learning, so we have students taking classes from all over the world. We have 7 academic colleges, including the Honors College. So if you are thinking about participating in the Honors College, we do have it here at ODU and you're more than welcome to apply. There is a separate application for that. We have 33 SCHEV faculty award members. SCHEV is the State Council of Higher Education. So it's the highest award that you can receive in the state of Virginia. And ODU is actually number 2 in the state. So we're really proud of that. And then we have a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio with the average class size of about 24 students. We have 98 undergraduate bachelor's degree programs. So some of the programs that I like to typically highlight that I see a lot of kids interested in, of course, health sciences. So our nursing program, dental hygiene, our College of Sciences houses our marine biology, our psychology, those sciences. Arts and letters typically host art humanity classes. Of course, with theater and dance and art, all of those things. Our College of Business, which houses our business programs, our real estate programs, things of that sort. And then a College of Engineering as well. We have a full College of Engineering from mechanical engineering to computer engineering. So a ton of programs that students can choose from here at ODU. And actually 32 of our bachelor's degree programs are linked to master's programs as well. So if you look into further your education beyond that, consider that. We have 300 student organizations along with 30 fraternities and sororities. We have 14 housing options. Now it's 15 with Owens Hall that I mentioned earlier in the introduction that students can choose from. As freshman students, you're not required to stay on campus, but you are guaranteed a spot if you do choose to stay on campus. And then we have 17 dining locations that range from anything like Starbucks to Chick-fil-A and mom and pop shops on campus. Just a ton of places where students can eat and fellowship right here on campus. So let's jump into our freshman application. So there's 2 ways you can apply. You can apply through the ODU app, or you can use the Common App. There is a $50 non-refundable application fee that is attached with that. And then of course we require students to submit their official high school transcripts. So you can submit that through Parchment, Naviance, National Student Clearinghouse, or you can have your counselor email it directly to us. And then we are test optional, which means that students can apply just using their high school transcript and we can determine if they are admissible. but keep in mind that it's optional. If you do want to turn in your SAT scores or your SAT or ACT test scores, you're more than welcome to do that. And we will use that to determine if you're admissible as well. And we also super score. So if you've taken the SAT or ACT multiple times, you can definitely turn in multiple scores to see from there. And then our 2 deadlines that we like to keep in mind is early action is December 1st, and then regular decision is February 1st. And both of those dates are non-binding. So we typically enroll students on a rolling basis until our class is filled. And then let's jump into financial aid. So this is your average costs from out of state to in-state. You can see in the 2 columns below. These prices do include a full year, along with taking the average 15 credit hours, which typically acts about 5 classes. So when you think of credit hours, 15 credit hours typically here at ODU is about 5 classes. Okay. All right. Well, my name is Tashana. I definitely appreciate you guys taking time to listen. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, and we hope to see you all in the fall.
All right. Thank you very much, Tashana. Next up, we've got the University of Tennessee.
I guys got to get my video on. Here we go. My name is Amanda Walk, and I am a regional admissions counselor for the University of Tennessee. So I am based in Virginia, and I just work with students from Virginia to help you through the application process. So if you ever need anything, I'm here to help. First, I will start off by telling you about our location. We are located in Knoxville, Tennessee. It's about 2 hours from Asheville, North Carolina, about 3 hours from Nashville, and about 3.5 hours from Atlanta. We're about 8 hours from Northern Virginia and about 6 hours from Richmond. So not too far of a drive for Virginia students. One thing I love about our location is that we are located right in the middle of downtown Knoxville, but our campus is very enclosed within the city. So when you're on campus, it kind of feels like a small college town. And then you step off campus and you're right in the middle of the city where there's always something fun going on. We have lots of great restaurants. And another fun thing about our campus is that we're about an hour from the Great Smoky Mountains. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is the most visited national park in the country. So that is our backyard, and our front yard is the Tennessee River. So if you like outdoorsy things, we have over 1,000 miles of hiking trails in the eastern part of Tennessee, and lots of things that you can do: kayaking, paddleboarding, things like that. So great location if you like the outdoors, but also if you like exploring cities. As far as a little bit more about the university, we do have about 24,000 undergraduate students. I think it's a great size because you get all the perks of a big school, big Division I athletics, lots of research opportunities, but it can still feel pretty small. Our student to faculty ratio is 17:1, and average class size is around 30. Another perk of a big school is we offer over 360 different programs of study. So you can pretty much study anything that you want to at the University of Tennessee. We have 9 academic colleges. As I mentioned before, we have over 360 different degree programs. We have the Herbert College of Agriculture. So if you're interested in being a vet, we have one of 30 accredited vet schools in the United States. We also have our College of Architecture and Design, which hosts majors in architecture, interior architecture, as well as graphic design. Our College of Arts and Sciences is our largest college. There are tons of different majors in that college. It's also home to our pre-law because we do have a law school on campus as well. We also are home to the Forensic Anthropology Center, or Body Farm. So if you're interested in forensic anthropology, the College of Arts and Sciences might be a great home for you. We have our College of Business, which offers a wide range of business majors: marketing management, human resource management, supply chain management, accounting. We also have our College of Communication and Information, our College of Education, Health and Human Sciences, our College of Engineering, which offers a wide range of engineering majors, our College of Nursing, which is a direct admit program, and then our College of Social Work is our smallest college on campus. Something that a lot of students from Virginia are interested in is that we participate in the Academic Common Market. That is a program where if a major is not offered in your home state, you're able to go out of state for in-state tuition. So there are 8 majors that qualify Virginia residents for in-state tuition. Those majors are supply chain management, nuclear engineering, linguistics, interior architecture, anthropology, special education, Portuguese, and sacred music. So if you major in one of these things at the University of Tennessee, you will get in-state tuition. So it can be affordable to go out of state. And we also offer a wide range of merit scholarships for students, both students who have test scores and then students who don't, because we are also test optional. Just a little bit more about being a student at Tennessee. You are required to live on campus your freshman year. We have 14 different residence halls and 3 different housing styles. And we also offer what we call living and learning communities. So that's where you live with people that you share a common interest with. Typically, it's going to be around your major, like we have one for first year business and engineering students. Other fun facts about living on campus, you are required to have an unlimited meal plan your freshman year. You also get free laundry, and you can have a car on campus if you want to as a freshman. Even though we are a larger campus, there's lots of ways to make our larger campus feel a little bit smaller. We offer over 600 clubs and different organizations, so there are tons of things you can get involved in. Intramurals and club sports are very popular at UT. And then, as I mentioned before, we are Division I. We compete in the SEC. You'll see down in the lower right-hand corner, our stadium. It is one of the top 5 largest football stadiums in the country. So we're excited for more fans to be in the stands next fall. We also offer Greek life. So if you're interested in being in a sorority or fraternity, there's lots of great opportunities for that. We're also very committed to student success at the University of Tennessee. We have a great center for career development. They'll help to prepare you for interviews, resume writing. We have lots of big career fairs on our campus every year as well. We also have our Academic Success Center that offers things like tutoring and supplemental instruction and academic coaching. And then something we're really excited about is our Vol Success teams. And that is a team that is assigned to you from the first day that you are on campus. It consists of an academic advisor, an academic coach, as well as a one-stop counselor. So that you always have a familiar face that you can go to if you have questions about what classes to take or how to take advantage of some of our academic success center opportunities, or if you just need help with paying your bill or scholarships, you can talk to your one-stop counselor. And then last, we have great study abroad opportunities. Last year, we had students in over 50 different countries. We're hopeful that after COVID passes, that we'll be able to get our students abroad again. We are offering campus tours right now. So if you want to come visit, we would love to have you on campus. We also have a lot of great virtual opportunities. So if you want to do a virtual campus tour, we have student panels. There are tons of great ways that you can explore the University of Tennessee in Knoxville without even leaving the comfort of your home. So we would love to have you on campus and visiting Knoxville. I know it's kind of a long way away, or the fall seems like a long way away. Just a little bit about our admissions process. Our application will open on August 1st, and we take both the Common App as well as our VIP application. Our early action deadline is November 1st, and our regular decision deadline is December 15th. If you're interested in applying for competitive scholarships or our Honors and Scholars program, I do encourage you to apply by that early action deadline. And then we notify early action students in mid-December, and then mid-February if you apply a regular decision. Again, my name is Amanda Walk, and I am a regional admissions counselor for the University of Tennessee. So here's my contact information. If you want to scan that code, that will give you additional information as well. So thank you so much for listening tonight. And again, please let me know if you have any questions about the University of Tennessee.
Great. Thank you, Amanda. Next up, we've got McDaniel College. And while Kelsey's getting set up, I want to make a quick plug for the Q&A. So everyone in the audience, make use of that Q&A button. Type your questions to our representatives. They love answering your questions, whether it be about their institution or about the college admission process in general. Feel free to type those into the Q&A at any point in time. All right, Kelsey, take it away.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Kelsey. I am one of the admissions counselors at McDaniel College. I am actually from Virginia. I'm down in the Chesapeake area, and that's about 4.5 hours away from McDaniel, just to give you a quick reference point there. But I am super excited to be with you all this evening. Just to give you a good overview about McDaniel and where we're located, we are a small private liberal arts and sciences school. We're one of the colleges that changes lives, and we're located up in Westminster, Maryland. We actually used to be called Western Maryland College. We are not in Western Maryland at all. We're about, I'd say, an hour north of Baltimore, an hour and a half away from DC, and about 30 minutes south of Pennsylvania. So we're more on the eastern side, definitely north of the state. On campus, we have about 1,800 undergrad students, and in a non-COVID year, we typically have about 85% of our students living on our campus. So for those who are having concerns maybe about going to school outside of Virginia, I am here to say, I wouldn't consider McDaniel a suitcase school or backpack school by any means. I really felt like our students enjoy being present on campus and not really consistently going home every single week. We are having students on campus right now. We've got hybrid, online, and in-person classes that have been going on for the last fall and spring semesters. If you are interested at all about seeing any sort of COVID protocols that we've had or changes that we've had over the past few months, that information is available on our website at mcdaniel.edu. For our average class size, we have about 15 to 17 students in our classrooms. Typically, those classes are capped at about 25 students. So it is a pretty small, intimate setting in the classrooms. I found a lot of my own classes to be very conversational, very hands-on type of learning. So if you fit in that sort of category of learning style, McDaniel would definitely be a great option. About 96% of our professors hold the highest degree in their field. So, while it is really awesome to be able to bond with your professors both in and out of the classroom, you really get to kind of hack away at their own personal knowledge and maybe some of their own personal connections outside of McDaniel to really kind of get some more career-based advice, or maybe they have some opportunities outside of McDaniel to set up internships, possible job shadowing opportunities. So you really get to use them as a resource throughout your 4 years as an undergrad student. We have about 70 plus majors and minors, so different programs based on interest. Most popular ones right now, we would say are biology, kinesiology, psychology, education, and business. On the other side of that chart there, though, you'll see some of our newer majors that we have been offering. Criminal justice is a big one right now. We've got biomed sciences, health sciences, marketing, American Sign Language, actuarial science, and engineering. And our engineering program actually has a master's program attached to that at either Virginia Tech or Washington University down in St. Louis. As I mentioned, we are a liberal arts and sciences school, so we do have some supporting academic pieces outside of the majors and minors that you'll take to really support some of our liberal arts ideals. So essentially, we want our students to graduate having a very well-rounded education, not necessarily hyper-focusing on their majors or their minors to the point where once you graduate, you might feel like you can only do a certain type of job or have a certain career. We want you to be able to graduate having a lot of different options and really building a certain skill set, while you're here with us for those 4 years. We have our McDaniel plan and our McDaniel commitment that support some of these ideals. I can't go into full detail, unfortunately, with our time constraints together, but our McDaniel plan is going to be our version of a general arts education requirement plan. So you see our core requirements there. My favorite thing about the McDaniel plan was that it's super flexible, super customizable to the point where each of these categories are going to have about 30 to 40 different courses to pick from, purely based on your own personal interests. I was very undecided, so I used my McDaniel plan to explore a lot of these different departments, kind of get a feel for maybe what I liked, maybe what I didn't like, and kind of go from there as far as selecting my major. Some students come in knowing exactly what they want to do. They have their entire life planned out. So they may use that McDaniel plan to either support what they've been learning in the classroom as far as their selected major or minor, or just, kind of take a break, take a step back and learn some of the softer skills or non-technical skills from those programs. Our McDaniel commitment is a little different. Basically, our commitment to students is that you will have 2 experiential learning opportunities at some point during your 4 years. So this could be study abroad, service learning, student faculty research, an internship, a job, basically any time where you're able to really put to the test what you've been learning in the classroom. The McDaniel commitment itself, though, does have these 4 different checkpoints. Like I said, there's so much detail. I wish I could go over everything for you all, but these are just some of the kind of highlights as far as what you'll see from that McDaniel commitment. So it's going to encompass things like your pre-orientation session, your first year seminar, mentoring, different workshops with our career development office, and then again, getting those experiential learning opportunities. We have a very, very active campus, in my opinion. We have 24 varsity athletic sports teams. We're a Division III school. So if anyone is interested in playing a sport, definitely reach out to myself. I am the athletic liaison, and I would be happy to get anyone in contact with one of our head coaches just to see where you might fit in with our programs. But we are a very high-spirited school at McDaniel College. We do have performing and visual arts organizations available. We have a gorgeous theater. They usually do about 2 main stage productions each year, and we have a number of different bands, marching bands, choirs that students can get involved with as well. And then of course, as any other school, we have a ton of student-run organizations and clubs, from service clubs, we have religious and cultural clubs available, we have sororities, fraternities, co-ed service fraternity, we have intramural sports teams, special interest clubs. Typically, each student is going to find at least one or two things that they're most interested in. Just to go over some quick information about our application, we are a fully test optional school. We really do not utilize those test scores at any point in the process. We offer both our common application and then of course the McDaniel application on our website. I'm not going to go over any sort of dates at this point, just because it is a little bit in the future, but I do want to highlight that if you visit our campus before you apply, you will receive $4,000 as part of our gift to you for visiting us. And since you all are from Virginia, you would be receiving our Virginia tuition match grant as well. Here is my contact information. If you do have any questions, again, my name is Kelsey and I work with all the students in the state of Virginia, and I'd be happy to connect with you outside of this program this evening. So thanks so much, guys.
All right, thanks, Kelsey. Next up, we've got Moravian College. I'll take it away.
Okay. Okay, good evening. My name is Don Beck, and I'm an admissions counselor for Moravian. And Moravian is located in Bethlehem, PA, which is about an hour from Philadelphia, northwest of Philadelphia. And as far as the Lehigh Valley, that's where we're located. For Easton, Bethlehem, and Allentown. We've been around since 1742. We are indeed the 6th oldest college in the country, and we were founded by a young woman called Benigna von Zinzendorf, and her father, Count Nicholas von Zinzendorf, created Bethlehem, PA in 1741, and he encouraged his daughter, to start a boarding school in Bethlehem, PA, and that she did, as I said, in 1742. We were the very first college in this country to educate women, and the women, of course, who were at Moravian at that time, really helped to educate the American Indian, Native American Indian, and also did some really great things also in the communities around Bethlehem at that time as well. So we're very proud of our heritage for that. Some of the things that I would like to tell you about Moravian, about who and what we are. Bethlehem is really in the center of the Lehigh Valley, the greatest city in the Lehigh Valley. I am a Moravian graduate, so I've been in this area almost all of my life. So I really know all three cities very well. Out of all the downtowns, Moravian probably has the best downtown area in the Lehigh Valley. Plenty of shops to visit on Main Street, Bethlehem. Plenty of restaurants, of course, to visit. And more than anything, it's got a culture that I think is really a great culture for college students to enjoy, 4 years as far as in the Lehigh Valley and Bethlehem. Some of our really important majors and leading majors. Right now, the #1 major is nursing. Last year was the first time nursing was the most chosen major at Moravian, and we're very proud of that fact. We have an association with St. Luke's Hospital in Bethlehem, PA, and of course that's where a lot of our students would do their practicums, and of course really get a great knowledge of what nursing is really all about. As far as other majors, we have occupational therapy, and a few years ago, we were the one of 4 colleges to offer a doctorate in occupational therapy, and we're very proud of that fact. We also have physical therapy, as well, and We also have athletic training, which is another particular area that we're very proud to have. Our health sciences is very important to us. Our college president, Dr. Brian Grigsby, who is a Moravian College graduate in 1990, really stepped up the health sciences program a few years ago. And the nursing program is the oldest of our health sciences that we have. And we're certainly proud of that fact and how we have progressed with the health sciences as well. I am alumni of Moravian, and my major was psychology. And I graduated a long time ago. As a matter of fact, our class is having our 50th class reunion this year. So I've seen not only the psychology department, but all the departments at Moravian really thrive and evolve over the years. One of the things that we're proud of is the fact that Bethlehem Steel, of course, was a major industry in Bethlehem for many years before it closed down in 1995. And a lot of the parents of students worked at Bethlehem sent their children to Moravian because of the culture that we do have, because of the really great work ethic that we have, hardworking, blue-collar type of students who really do enjoy learning. We have students who we some of the finest, not only in the area and the valley, but also regionally as well. We're very proud of our student body. Our student body, we have, of course, over 20,000 hours last year, service hours, over 30 locations in the valley, done by our students and faculty and administration. The city of Bethlehem has done a lot for Bethlehem, and we like to do a lot in return for Bethlehem. So we're very, proud of that fact, as well. Some of the other things about Moravian that I think would be very important for you to know. We have 55 plus majors altogether, and some of our other majors that are great. I'd be remiss not to mention music. We have music composition, music education. We have secular music. We have sacred music, music performance, instrumental, jazz, and vocal. So music has been a large tradition. And one of the highlights is our Vesper services for Christmas time, where a lot of our instrumental groups, choirs perform. And it's not only one of the greatest spiritual things for the campus, but also for the entire community. We have 6 performances during 2 weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and every one of them is a sellout. So we're very proud of that. And it's very sentimental to the Moravian community and the city of Bethlehem. Some other majors that are great, of course, are our business majors that we have. Very proud of those, and also our criminal justice program is also a great program. But as I said, the 55 plus majors are very important, as well. So I hope that if you need some more information about Moravian, please contact us on our website, or certainly give me a call. And but it's a great school for liberal arts education and for kids who really enjoy just a high quality education, and that can be proud of being a Moravian College graduate. Thank you very much for listening, and hopefully I have some good questions from you. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much, Don. Next up, we've got Ursinus College. Well, looks like we might have lost our rep from Ursinus. So at this point, I'm going to see if we can get them back. And in the meantime, at this point, I'm going to bring back all of our reps and have them provide just a little bit of general college admissions advice. What advice would you give someone going through the college admissions process? And if we just each want to give a quick response, and we'll go in the same order that we presented in. So Tashana, if you take it away.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Tashana again. So what I would say for students who are, or what advice I would give for students who are going through the college process is first breathe. We know that this can be an anxious time and an exciting time, and almost a nervous, time as well. I talk to a lot of students and sometimes they're very nervous. Of course, it's their first time going to college and they have a lot of questions. So just breathe and relax. But if you have a few schools that you are really interested in, my best advice is go visit that school, go visit that campus, ask questions, make sure that it's a good fit for you, that it has and offers your major, that there are clubs and organizations where you can fit right in. So breathe, but also make sure that you go on those campus tours as much as possible if you can.
My advice would be to keep an open mind throughout the process. There are thousands of colleges in the United States, and really focus on fit. Where do you fit in? So don't just focus on a couple schools, explore everything that's out there, enjoy the process. I know, it can be a very anxiety-ridden time, but it can also be fun. You'll get to explore lots of new schools, learn lots of new things. So definitely keep an open mind and enjoy the process as you go through it.
Something I feel like I struggled with when I was in you all's shoes, I just was very undecided. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I would recommend just, taking some personal time to really sit and reflect and think about, what do you want to gain out of your experience? This is your time. Don't let other people tell you, oh, I did this and this and this, and you should do that too. This is your experience and you should own that. But one of my things that I did is I had a nice big sheet. I went through every category, financial fit, athletic fit, academic fit. And I looked at each of those and said, okay, what are my kind of top 3 wish list items, I guess you would say. So as you're visiting those schools, I think that kind of list is really important to bring with you. That way you can kind of keep track of everything and have a sense of, what's going to be your best fit at the end of the day.
You're live, Don. Go ahead.
Okay. Again, this is Don Beck from Moravian. I think there's a couple of things that are very important, as far as college visits are concerned. But most of all, I think one of the most important things is the fact that the college choice that you make should be your choice. I think that's very important. Parents can have input, and as they do in probably a lot of things that you do, but this is your decision. This is where hopefully you will spend your 4 years. And that's why taking as many college visits as you can between your junior and senior year is vital, absolutely vital. And parents enjoy doing it, though they might say, oh, did you really want to go to this? Go to as many as you can so that you can get a feel for the colleges that you certainly would like to attend. And the other thing is, when you go to a college, make sure, if you can, that it's really a good fit. A lot of students know right away when they walk on the campus that this is where I want to go. I have a blessing of 3 grown adult children who all attended college, and 2 graduated from graduate school, and and generally all 3 had a feeling of the colleges that they wanted to go to when they stepped on that particular campus. But it's very important that if you have a feel for one college, that this is where you want to spend your 4 years, go for it. Apply, go from there. But certainly make sure that you apply to whether it's 4 or 5 different colleges out there. Make sure you might have a stretch school that I think you should apply to, because you never know, that stretch school should come through for you at times. And so certainly make your applications wisely. As we say in a lot of things, choosing wisely can be very important. So I think those are some things that are very important for anybody choosing colleges out there. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thanks for all that excellent advice. Next question. We'll take it to your campuses, to these individual institutions just a little bit, make it a little more specific. What's a favorite event or tradition that you have on your campus? Shoshana, do you want to start us off again?
Yeah, again. So if you've ever been to ODU, we have what is called the ice cream and cake. So it goes ice cream and cake and cake, ice cream and cake and cake. and I can't sing, but the games are super live on campus. So you'll see the entire cheer squad, the dancers, our mascot, everybody in the stands decked out in blue and silver, which are our colors. And they'll be doing the ice cream and cake and cake, ice cream and cake and cake. And it's so fun. Everyone knows that you can YouTube it if you haven't, if you're thinking about coming to ODU, because we might put you on the spot, you know, when you come on for a tour or something like that. So that is one of our favorite traditions here at ODU.
As I mentioned before, we are located right on the Tennessee River. So one of our favorite traditions is we sailgate instead of tailgate. So a lot of our fans will bring their boats to the game, do all their tailgating on their boats. It's a big, exciting thing. So definitely recommend making friends with somebody that has a boat if you attend the University of Tennessee. And then they head into the stadium after the game. So lots of perks of being by the river, but sailgating is one of my favorites.
McDaniel has a very large tailgating tradition, but I will not copy answers. My second favorite tradition is our big Thanksgiving feast that we do right before the fall break for Thanksgiving, and we call it Glarsgiving. The name of our dining hall is Angler Dining Hall, but we call it Glars for short. Instead of Thanksgiving, we say Glarsgiving because we have all sorts of nicknames for everything on campus. But it's so much fun because you never really think like, oh, I'm going to go home and celebrate a holiday with my family, but you can also celebrate a holiday, you know, with your campus family as well. So all students, faculty, we squeeze into our one dining hall on campus. We have a huge spread by our dining hall services, and it is absolutely delicious. We spend hours just hanging out, eating, talking with each other, getting to know one another. And that's just something I felt really represents McDaniel well, just that sense of family and community during that time.
Okay. For me, I have two favorite traditions. One happens to be, as I mentioned earlier, the Vespers at Moravian College. And all because not only is it just the community, but the whole college gets involved in terms of the Vespers are concerned. My wife and I have done serving candles for the Vesper services for quite a few years. Really enjoy it, meaningful, and it's one of the things that we look forward to every year. And my second tradition that I really love, going to Moravian College football games. And why do I say that? Because our president, Dr. Grigsby, our nickname are the Greyhounds, and he has two great Greyhounds, rescue Greyhounds. The names are Benny for Benigna and Mo for Moravian. And one is 8, the other is 4. And they run up and down the field, okay, for pregame and a halftime. Nothing more exciting than to see two, okay, former, Greyhounds, racing Greyhounds, just going up and down the field pregame and a halftime. It's one of the most thrilling things to see. Animals running 100 yards, probably in no more than 4 to 5 seconds. It's absolutely amazing to see those, those hounds. They're great. So those are two traditions that are very meaningful to me during the course of every year.
Great, thank you very much. Well, I just put it into the chat. Unfortunately, our representative from Ursinus College was unable to be with us today. I apologize for that, but I did put Brendan's contact information into the chat. If you'd like any additional information, they will be following up with you as well. At this point in time, if any other of our representatives, we just have a couple last minutes here. And if you have any final comments or anything like that, we've got the time. Otherwise, we can conclude. Okay, all right. So I want to thank all of our representatives for sharing their time with us this evening. We really appreciate it. And thank you to all the students and families who joined us as well. When you close this window, there's a quick 4-question survey that will appear. If you wouldn't mind sharing just a little bit of feedback with us, we'd greatly appreciate it. Also, there is 1 more hour of sessions happening, so you can find more colleges and hear from additional colleges happening at the start of the next hour. You can sign up at strivescan.com/Virginia. Also, a recording of this session and all of our sessions are going to be available at that same website within about a week. So with that, thanks so much again to all of our reps and have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you very much. Bye-bye.